Alright, in this next video we're going to go ahead and start tabbing the song out that we've been working with. So I'm going to open up the Fire editor on Fire, load our file, bring up the waveform so we can see. We've set our grid to 16ths. This song is pretty tight. Now for the good stuff. Open up our book. Gonna open up the song. And this is the tab we're going to be working from. So it's actually a pretty easy tab. Took me about an hour and a half to do everything and get a working custom last night. I just didn't release it yet because I figured this one would be a good one to do a video with. So we're going to start out with our intro. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 measures before we start our bass. Good thing to remember when you're charting, good set of headphones, and I'm not going to do it now, but normally I have my enhancement set with bass boost so I could hear the bass much clearer when I'm tabbing. So we're going to take this up 8 measures, and we're starting on number 9 here. You can hear the bass kick in there. So this is the bar we're going to tab first off on number 9. We got our first beat. We skip a note. We're up here. Skip a note. And we're pretty solid for the next 3. And we're going to skip a note. Start the process again. Adding notes is easy. It's as easy as clicking on the string, on the note, and while you have it, using control and a number to set the numbers. So here's our first bar. Not going to hear it, but you can hear the bass in there. So this next bar is going to be a repeat of that. So Control C is going to be your friend with this one. That's another reason why I chose this one. We shift. So we're going to highlight them all. We're going to run the bar up to 10 here because we've got another set of these. Control V to copy it. Control Shift R to make sure they're timed right. The notes are all synced up. Okay, I cheated. That was not good. That's left over from last night. So I'm going to have to undo those. Let's do that again. Rookie mistake. Okay, highlight again. Control C. Let's see if we got it right this time. Move forward. There we go. We got it right. And Control Shift R to move them into place. It locks them into the bars. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I know this is timed out really well, so we're going to go ahead and on the Songs tab, we're going to lock the tempo map. Another thing I always find is good time to roll down here to Rocksmith, since we're using dynamic difficulty in these. Suppress DD warnings. So when you save it, you won't come up with anything that your trails are overrunning anything. Your sustains. And that is the only two measures in the intro. So we're going to scroll down here. We're getting into the verse now. So we see we got the same rolling over of that same file. And if you can tell, that's kind of why I picked this file. Control, scroll back a little bit. Control V, Control Shift R, and we are locked in. So we got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more times to copy that. So 1, 2, 3, overran that a little. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Actually, I should probably go back and mark my verse, huh? Since we have the intro, and your verse was here at 11, so we're going to go Rocksmith section verse. You want to also add a phrase if you're going to do it like this. See, if I was doing it in a riff, that would be a whole lot of So here's where we go into where you need some good headphones on this, because there's a slide in here that you hear, but it's not quite timed the way it's tabbed out up here. So we're going to go down here, going to make that a 3, and we have our 6/8 to end with. So those are quarter notes or eighth notes up here. Go 6, 8. And that one does have kind of a sustain into the next one. That doesn't mean I gotta put an 8 there, if you don't know what tabs are. The little bar underneath is the carry. That's the sustain. So I believe. Yeah. So here we're going down to 1. And we're going to roll that out a couple. We're going to put another 1 here. We're going to roll that out. We're going to Control U for a slide. up to 6. I'm not going to roll it all the way out because it's on a different string, but what I do want to do is I want to make this all one note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here, hit Shift N, and it'll play this note and then it'll bend up. So we want to go ahead and save it here. Actually, a little early for what I was thinking, but we're good. That is actually the chorus of the song that we are doing. So we're going to go do this again, because these two sets get repeated again with this one here. So we're going to highlight the 8, come back here, and this is, actually I'm not done, am I? I got to add another bar here. And this is all rolling 3s and 16ths. So let's go ahead and put our notes in. And this is the easy way to do this. So we're going to highlight this last one. We're going to come back here to the first one, Shift, get them all highlighted, and Control 3. We're done with that first section. Almost. I'm getting ahead of myself. Click anywhere on the scroll bar there where there isn't any notes, and it'll take everything away because we want to highlight the last two last two measures. Scroll it back a little, come back here to the 3, and Shift. So we're all lined up there. We're going to go Control C to copy it. We're going to run out here to the end and Control Shift R. So this is the chorus, but we're going to go back to the beginning of the verse because of the double bars, double dots. So we're going to mark this one with another verse. I normally don't put a verse as the second one. It's normally a mod verse because sometimes things change, but I know in this one that it doesn't. So this is what we're going to do. I've got this whole section here. You'll notice the 1. That's the second bar. That's the 3 3 3s. Well, this one actually comes back with the 3s. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the whole thing. Mark it here. We're going to go mark the last note there. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning here to the first part of the verse, and we're going to highlight that note right there, Shift, and hit the note, and it highlights everything between the two that we had. Control C, and we are off to the races. Going to come up here to the second verse area here. Going to get that up, and Control V, Control Shift R, and we're all set in. We're back to there is one thing I have going here. So we've got the verse. There is no real chorus marked out in this book. So what I did is I took, this is the chorus right here in this section here. So I went back and backed it up 2 measures and marked it as a chorus. So I'm going to do the same thing up at the end here. We're going to back it off over this section, and we're going to go back to and mark it as chorus. And we're going to save. It'll give you this here. There is no note, so just yes. Even when there is no chord, so just mark yes. Even when I'm doing chords, I go ahead and edit the fingering on my own. I don't do it automatically. So what are we coming to here? So it sounds like we got a bit of a break there. So we're going to mark that as a break, or actually a bridge. And we're going to mark that out. So we're up here on the first string. Jumped that one a little too early. Don't want any tails on these. And again, make sure the last one is highlighted. Come back here to the first one. Shift and hit the note. Now we're all highlighted. Control 5, as in what's up here. And we got the same bar again, so while they're all highlighted, we're going to go Control C and roll it up. And it is actually this easy. There's no magic formula for it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times we're going to do this. Ronky. Scrolling on speeds is you got to have your finger on the right key or you're going to overrun things. This is at normal speed. This is running back and forth at normal speed. If you hold shift, you speed up there real quick. If you hold control, you slow it down and you can do it a little quicker, or you can do it a little more precise. So we got 6 times to do this. Control V, Shift R. And you know what? I'm not going to waste the time of doing this. So we got 4 more times to do this now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to come back here to the beginning. We're going to highlight this one. Click on any. Didn't want to do that. Highlight this first one. We're going to go up here to the end. Again, hold shift. And not control, shift. God, I'm getting tired. So nothing's highlighted. Highlight the first one. Shift. And highlight the end of where we want to copy. We got a whole grid there of 4 bars, 4 measures. We're going to take and copy. And after the first 2, I had 6 to go. I did another 2. So that means we have 4 left. And guess what we just copied? 4 bars. So Control V, Control Shift R. And we have our bridge. So we're going to come up here. And we start a solo. As you can see, this is kind of repetitive and it's real easy sometimes. Figuring out some of these books can be a little hard, or a GP file, which I will do another video on later, importing those. We're going to put a section here for solo. But this is the gist of how it's done. It's not hard. And here we got a whole row of 3s. Then we're going to shift to another string. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. These are all going to be 3s. So again, the last one's highlighted, Control Shift. Highlight the first one, Control 3. And we're going to copy these, so Control C. We're going to come forward. This is our second bar here. And we're going to continue like this. Control Shift R. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2. 3, 4. 5. 6, and 7. Right? Let's take a listen. I guess I didn't count right. We got one more to go before that pitch changes. So let's go ahead and so that's where we changed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you know? We are correct. So what are we looking at here? Another shift in the solo. This time it's going to be a little different pattern. So we're going to make another solo section, and we're going to tab that out. Where are we at? Okay, we've got I lost myself. 5. I know where I'm at now. Brain fart. So we're down here with the 3s again. Up on the second string. I'm going to do this a little differently because I can look ahead in the book, and I know I did this yesterday. So we got our 3s, and then we switch. So we're going to repeat that a couple times. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that tail back. Roll these 3s out. Last one highlighted here. Control 3. And I I still have my 3s loaded in the other one down on the 3rd string, which is the next 2 measures. We have the 3s and 3s. So we're going to do this. Control C. I messed up. No problem. We're gonna button. Control C. Control V. Shift R. Copy and paste are going to be your friends while you're doing this. So unhighlight everything. I highlight this last note. So those 2 bars there, and 2 bars on the 2nd string. Shift and hit it again, because after this one we go back up for 2 bars, back down for 2 bars, and then we have something else here. That looks really familiar. So copy and paste is going to be your friend again. So while we have these, Control C. Actually, I had that too soon, didn't I? Control V. Control Shift R. And there's our next 4 bars. Now we've got the one, this one goes 4-3 or 1-3 there, and we're going to repeat that again for 2 more bars. So let's go back here to the chorus. Let's grab those bar or set of bars there and highlight that first one there, or that last one in the chorus. We're going to go back 2 bars to here where we repeat that sequence up there, and we're going to shift, Control C to copy. We're going to come on up here, and we're going to paste those in. But we got to do a little editing on that before we finish that. So let's go ahead and paste that. Control R. So you notice that's a 1-3 that it goes to instead of a 6-8. So we go Control 1, Control 3, and get rid of these 2. Now let's take a listen to that real quick. That doesn't roll up with a slide. So what we're going to do here, we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to highlight this one, hit Shift N to take away that link. Shift N. Okay, it's not going to do what I want it to. So we're just going to put a new one in there, because that is a carry through. That's a sustain. And actually, I want to run that sustain out a little bit more on all those. So we're going to take, because we need these 2 bars again now that we've edited it, highlight that first note, and bada boom, bada bing. We are all set. Control C and Control V. Getting pretty easy, isn't it? So now we got to come up. So we are back into a bridge. Those are 5s. Control C. Copy that. We got 1, 2, 3. 3 more bars, 4 more bars. So 4 total. 2, 3, 4. So you notice down here, it doesn't matter. So we're going on. It shifts to the 3rd string. We're all 3s. It's actually going to be a pretty easy play if you got fast fingers or a good pick. Fast one's highlighted. Shift, come up here to the front. Control 3. Control C, and we need to roll this over 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. So what do we have here? That looks really familiar for that bar right there. And we have a whole nother set of 6, 8, 3, yeah. No slide, so we got to edit that. 2 bars, and then we're, hey, check that out. So we're going to go into another, this one I'm going to mark as a modified verse because it's not as long as the first 2. So let's go. Beat. Section here. Modulated verse. Okay. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 bars behind that. So this is where moving around. You got to learn these things. Go to events, all events. I can come back here to the 2nd verse and click find, and it's going to take me there. Now what I want is from here, we're going to take the chorus and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty much that whole beginning, huh? So we're going to shift this and highlight all that. Control C, and let's see how we did. So we're going to come up here, all events, we're going to jump forward to the modulated verse, and we're going to find. And Control C to make sure we have everything, and Control V. Control Shift R, and we should be locked in for this one. Did I miscount? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did miscount, didn't I? Well, that'll be easy enough. So let's go back. See, if you make a mistake like this is where knowing where you're at, the events and everything, comes in real handy. So I mistakenly clicked all the way back to the back, but we're working on this modulated verse. So I'm going to click that again and find, and we're right back there. So let's go unhighlight everything. Highlight this first note. Let's take out 2 bars. So we're going to come up here. We're going to shift, control, and hit delete. Now we got this big hole. What do? It's real simple. Highlight it here. Go up to the end. Shift, highlight. So we got everything in between those 2 points highlighted. Now we can come back here and we can click on this first one and hold it. Right click and hold, and it will drag that whole section all the way back here. So we got it lined up. See all those red lines though? We got to Control Shift R to get those to lock into place. And let's take a listen to that again. Excuse me. So is there a roll up there? Sounds like there's a slide to me going up, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. I'm going to come back here again. We're going to mark out a chorus. And let's go back here since this is let's change this section to a regular verse. Okay, so we're through this section. Now what do we have coming up here? Looks like a bit of a break, but things change a little bit. So we're going to, same kind of thing, but this is going to be a little easier to copy this one in. Okay, so let's go take a listen to this. Sounds like a bridge to me, so let's go ahead and mark that as a bridge. And here's going to be a neat little trick for you. This is a familiar pattern in this song, but it switches. It all switches to two octaves, so or two frets. So we're going to highlight a bar there, the first note of a bar. We're going to come over here, highlight the last note. Control C to copy that section, and let's run on up here, and you can Control V, pop those into place, Control R, and while they're still highlighted we need them. Oh, I saw a big mistake there I've missed. I'm gonna have to change that, isn't I? This is what good stuff does. So we're going to go ahead and show you what I was going to show you here. While I've got this measure highlighted, hit Control plus plus. Now we are like what we're looking for. The 5 5 7 7 5 5 5 5 7 7 5 5. Problem is I found a mistake I made. So So let's go ahead and make that a 5 instead of the 2 that it is, and I'm going to have to go over this whole chart and do that. But I've already got this chart done, so that mistake doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, this is quality control. So let's go ahead and highlight that again now that we have everything correct. So we got that bar there. Control C. And looks like we're going to be running this bar pretty much all the way out to the end of the song. So you can follow my thought process from there. We kind of divide it up until the end and it fades out because it's all the same bar, it's all the same thing. So what I would do is normally just run this out. And let's go ahead and highlight this section. There's 4 here, right? Did I do 5? Doesn't matter because we're just going to run it on out. Shift Control C to copy everything. And let's start running it out. Do we have it? As an outro. Don't want that there. Control Z will also bring back something if you made a mistake like I just did. So we want to highlight that one. Let's go back here at the beginning and go to the 5. Shift Control C. We got that whole section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bars. And let's go ahead and make that a little bit longer. So let's get rid of this outro. And how we do that is we go to Events, All Events. Let's go down here to the outro. Delete. It's all gone. So we have 8 bars. Control V. Now we have another 8 bars. So we got our bridge here is 16 measures long, or 16 bars long. And we're going to go and let's put our outro here because we're a little closer to the end now. Section outro, and let's go ahead and Control V, Control Shift R, lock those in. Let's run it out. Control V, Control Shift R, and we're getting real close to the end. Hey, we overran it. So let's go back here a bit and listen. Music's still at a good volume at this point. Let's run it back here. And let's leave those last 5 sets in. And let's go ahead and highlight this 5. Go here. Control C. Or actually, I don't want to Control C. I want to delete that. And we are there. We want to save that. Barring the mistakes I made in this chart, you get the hint on how it is. And we are good. Let's go ahead and close that down. We have our save here. And exit that. And I will be back in the next video and we'll actually make it a Rocksmith custom. Have a good one.